Hi, I'm astrologer Penny Dix, and welcome to yet another Astrobite. And it's for the 19th of January, Sunday, and it's about our lovely planet, Venus, our planet of the divine feminine that rules the sign of Taurus and Libra. Venus can represent love, relationship, self-worth, value, can represent money in the economy. And Venus is currently in the dreamy sign of Pisces, romantic Pisces, where we can get lost in kind of romantic ideals and dreams, which maybe will become reality or maybe not. But today, Venus is right up conjunct the planet Saturn. Saturn, our planet of rules, structure, containment, and boundaries. And Saturn, of course, too, naturally is in Pisces. So these two are conjunct for a day or so. And this energy has been building for a couple of days, and it will last for a couple of days. But I think we have to see it in terms of what is unfolding in our relationships. Because there's something about the sign of Pisces which really implies a feeling of wanting things to change, to go to the next level. Now, what's interesting today is that Mercury, our planet of communication, still in Capricorn, is also coming up to sextile both Venus and Saturn. So there really is something implied here about having some good quality communication, but about boundaries and putting boundaries in place in relationships, but doing it in a way that is owning everything. I find it difficult when, or it feels to me that sometimes we don't communicate enough, or we're not totally open with each other, all these kind of things that sometimes are difficult to say or get lost every day because of the day-to-day routine and the doing of stuff and the collecting of kids from school or class or sports clubs or whatever it is that might be going on. And the moon, interestingly, in Virgo today is trining Pluto. Well, the moon, remember, is about feeling, about mother, about nurturing, and in Virgo, it's about service to others. There's something here about if you want your relationships to change and transform, then it is really important to have that really good, healthy, open communication. Don't get caught in the details and kind of go down a rabbit hole into a rabbit warren with everything that you're discussing, but keep it to the point. Stick to the facts. You know, the sun is coming close to its conjunction with Pluto, and that is going to be quite a major conjunction and aspect, which I will do an Astrobite about. But today, this Venus conjunct Saturn, Uranus is on the descendant of the chart. Uranus in Taurus, of course, our planet of the unexpected, of shocks, of waking up, of freedom. How can you give each other more freedom in your relationship and yet have personal boundaries that enable you to have the space you require in a relationship and the space for each other with each other? So it's about finding a different way, a kind of balance and harmony in relationships. And you know, Uranus, of course, is slowing down because it's going to go direct at the end of this month. And that's going to be a major shift of energy because it ain't going to stop. It's going to go and dip its toes into Gemini. And that is going to really be a game changer for everyone as it moves into the sign of thought, communication, and higher-minded thinking. So today, set some boundaries with each other, set aside a time, book a meeting with each other, say, come on, let's have an hour together where we just sit down and talk. We can talk about everything and anything and nothing. And you know, sometimes when you just take the time out and really kind of think, well, I've never addressed this before, I've never said it, and you think, well, it is a risk to say it, but I'm going to push my own boundary and say it. Oh, wow, it's so freeing. It really is so freeing. So guess what my word for the day is? Yes, it's boundaries. And of course, I have the usual selection of quotes, compliments of ChatGPT. My goodness, what a wonderful AI system this is. So Brené Brown said, daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. It's a very good point, that. Robert Frost said, good fences make good neighbours. Tony Gaskins said, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow, what you stop, and what you reinforce. Whereas Prentice Hemphill said, boundaries are the distance at which I can love you and me simultaneously. Anne Lamott came out with a wonderful quote. No is a complete sentence. How often do we feel we have to justify or explain why we're saying no? If there is enough trust in a friendship, in a relationship, in a business partnership, no is enough. And we've got Brené Brown again said, when we fail to set boundaries and hold people accountable, we feel used and mistreated. Gerard Manley Hopkins said, your personal boundaries protect the inner core of your identity and your right to choices. Jericho Silvers said, respect yourself enough to say, I deserve peace. And walk away from people or things that prevent it. An unknown person here for the last two quotes. The first unknown is, loving people doesn't mean you let them step all over you. Boundaries are a part of love. And finally, by another unknown, the only people who get upset about you setting boundaries are the ones who are benefiting from you having none. Shall I repeat that one? Because it's actually quite an important one. The only people who get upset about you setting boundaries are the ones who are benefiting from you having none. That was a very hard lesson I've had to learn. And it comes from the place of being too nice, too kind, and being a people pleaser. Set your boundaries. Look after your energies. Be careful who invades your space. You have a right to space, to privacy. So, on that note, I shall leave you to ponder upon these things. I'm going to be back tonight with another monthly live ahead, weekly live forecast for the week ahead. And we will have a word for the week. And I think all eyes and bags of popcorn will have been bought for whatever may unfold on the 20th tomorrow in the United States of America. That could be an interesting one because it's already going to be in the energy of the Sun conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, which is my next astrobite, which is on the 21st and will be exact on the 21st, but the energy will be building from tomorrow. On that note, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you to all of you who have recently joined my subscriber community. I'm very grateful that you feel that you would like to follow my channel. Thank you so much. And in the meantime, I look forward to seeing you later and again soon for another Astrobite. Bye for now.